At some point in this work, something shifts, not in a good way. You've done the reading, you understand where the belief came from. You can see it clearly now. And then you notice you're not actually trying to change it anymore. You're trying to feel better about keeping it. And the switch happened so quietly, you almost didn't catch it. Almost. Here's how it shows up. The conversation stops being about change and starts being about management. How do I reduce the stress of the situation? How do I cope with what's not working? How do I make peace with where I am? And those aren't bad questions, but they're different questions. There's also the social piece of it. The people in your life know you a certain way. They have expectations. They have comfort in your consistency. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you start calculating. What happens to those relationships if I change? Who pushes back? Who pulls away? And then the last one. The one that sounds the most like wisdom. This is even what I really want. Maybe I was wrong about the whole thing. Maybe I was choosing something that wasn't mine to choose. Maybe I should just accept myself as I am. And here's the thing. Self-acceptance is real and it's important work. But sometimes it's not self-acceptance. It's retreat, dressed up in the language of self-acceptance. And the difference matters. Your nervous system is not done yet. It watched you do the diagnosis work. It let you name the belief. It even let you trace it back to where it came from. Because none of that really required you to actually change anything. Understanding is safe. Change is not. So when you get close to the actual update, when change starts to feel real and imminent, your nervous system gets creative. It doesn't say I'm scared. It says, are you sure this is what you want? It doesn't say, I want to stay the same. It says, the people who love you know you this way. It doesn't say, I'm protecting the familiar. It says, maybe acceptance is the healthier path. Every one of those sounds reasonable. Every one of those is the nervous system doing its job, which is to keep you exactly where you are. And knowing that doesn't make it stop. But it does mean you can name what's happening before you build a whole philosophy around it. I was following a coached weight loss plan. Just finished it actually a couple of weeks ago. It was 8 weeks. And I lost a nice amount of weight. I was kind of proud of myself. I feel good, better than I have in a while. But there was a thought that I knew in about week 2 or 3 even that came to life in the back of my mind. It was a quiet, persistent thought. When can I go back to eating my favorite things? I'm doing all this work, and that was the thought that was staying with me. I wanted to know when I could go back to doing the same things that led to the weight gain, that led me to join the plan in the first place. And I've watched that thought do something different or do something interesting. It started asking a different question. It shifted from when can I go back to doing what I want, to eating the way I want to asking myself, do I even want to lose the weight? Telling myself, maybe I should just learn to love my body as it is. Maybe that's the healthier relationship with myself. Maybe acceptance is the answer. That's the new noise. And I want to be clear. Body acceptance is real. It matters. It's not something I'm dismissing. But I know myself. And I know when I'm choosing acceptance and when I'm choosing comfort and telling myself they're the same thing. The goal shifted. I watched it shift. And I'm still in it. I don't have a clean resolution for you on this one. Because I'm not on the other side of it yet. My nervous system is still going full force at me. But what I do have is the ability to see it clearly, to name what's happening without shaming myself for it. And that is where the update actually starts. Updating a belief doesn't start with motivation. It doesn't start with certainty. It doesn't even start with readiness. It starts with honesty about what you're actually doing. Whether you're moving toward the change or quietly building a case for why change isn't necessary. Both are human. Only one moves you forward. And I'm still figuring out which one I'm doing on any given day. Maybe you are too. That's not a problem. That's the work. Be well, everybody.